I don't know what the hell's going on with these cameras now. When you do live, you got to turn them straight up and down like that instead of having it sideways so it looks normal. But it is what it is. So, hey Rod, how you doing today? That's good. We'll give it a few minutes, see who pops on. Hello, Wisconsin. So a lot of you guys know I'm not. Hey, Crash, how you doing, brother? A lot of you guys know I'm not real good with the technology stuff, and I've been getting a bunch of questions in the comments, and it's just easier for me to do this. Like I said, I'm not. It takes me an hour to type out a sentence doing text message or like answering questions in the comments. So I just figured this would be easier. Um, Two different people left comments on how to shoot an elephant gun video. I don't know what's going on with that video. All of a sudden, I'm getting a bunch of comments on it. 90% of them are positive, but I got one guy that apparently doesn't watch the channel, and well, two guys. And my dad and my grandfather used to say it's better to be thought a fool than to remove, or to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. And apparently, these two guys have never watched the channel because one was like, "Don't talk about it, be about it," meaning shoot it. Anybody that's watched this channel knows that 450 Nitro Express, there's probably half a dozen videos of me shooting that. And the other one was like, notice how he didn't shoot it. Well, I can't fix stupid, and apparently there's some out there that they comment before they even check out some of the other videos. So, but I had some people ask, you know, how much that cost. Back when I built them, you could go on Midway and buy the Adams and Bennett barrels for it was like $80 or $90 a piece. So I'd buy an old shotgun that there was something wrong with the barrels. Either they were cut off too short, they were bad, whatever, and that's how I built them double barrel rifles. So I had, let's say $200 with shipping in the barrels, uh, to rent the reamer to ream the chambers, another $50 or so. Most of the other stuff I made, the ribs and all that. So, you know, realistically, I think the 450 Nitro Express, I bought that shotgun for 300. Um, Absolute total with buying reloading dies and stuff, I think I probably had 700 in it. The 416 Taylor that I'm getting ready to ream the 416 Nitro Express, I'll bet you I didn't have $400 or $500 in that one. That was the first one I built. And that was because I got the shotgun stupid cheap because somebody cut the barrels off at 16 inches exactly. Then they tried to file them, to make them straight because they used a hacksaw. And by the time they got it done, the barrels were like just under 15 and a half inches, which made it illegal. So I bought it, made a double barrel rifle out of it, made it legal, saved it because they were going to actually junk the gun. Hey, Hunter Harvey, how are you doing today? Um, so now you can't buy the Adams and Bennett barrels; they've been discontinued, and I just can't justify, you know, $400 plus or $300 plus for a Krieghoff barrel, and I haven't even bought one of them in years. So I don't even know what them are at. But you don't need match grade barrels for a double barrel rifle. Them guns were designed to shoot at 50 yards or less. They were for dangerous game charging you up close and personal. I'm doing good, Night Stalker. How you doing? Yeah, I probably should, Rod, when I find some of them shotguns and I can pick them up cheap enough. I probably should just try rebarreling them to shotgun barrels. Um, I just really like the double barrel rifles. I've got one double barrel shotgun that I'm working on that I bought it. It didn't have a stock at all on it. Somebody broke the stock and then took the pieces off to fix it and lost them. And so I don't know. I'll do something with that one eventually later on. Um, I just never got around to finishing it up. Somebody else asked if I could do some more shooting videos on it, so I did a little short that I'll put out sometime this week. Shooting some, two 350 grain bullets and two 400 or 480 grain bullets. Hey Tom, how you doing? Tom, I got the bullets. Thank you. I haven't had time to open up the box or do anything with them yet. Um, but I do want to thank you because you've made it possible for me to do some of these videos as far as shooting and that. So, um, the reason why I don't shoot the 450 Nitro Express too much is right now I can't find powder, can't find primers. It's hard to find jacketed bullets. It just everything's hard to get right now, and for me to reload it, it's not that expensive to shoot. But since I have to buy shells, they're like 175 to $200 a box. Then by the time you pay shipping and hazmat and that, it's cost me anywhere from $15 to $18 every time I pull the trigger on that double barrel rifle. And honestly, I just can't afford to uh, do that. I mean, I'm not monetized. I'm not trying to get monetized. At some point, when I'm eligible, I may get monetized. But some of you guys know, you were with me from the beginning. Crash is one of them. I had a channel before this one, same name, over 20,000 subs at its highest point. I let it get political. The channel got taken down. And I realized right then that the guidelines changed so much on YouTube that I don't ever want to make this my career or my living because you could lose it just like that. I have nothing against these channels like Demolition Ranch or Brandon Herrera or any of these big channels, Grand Thumb, that, you know, they're monetized, they make big money, whatever, that's good. But I don't want to base my life or my income off of YouTube because it could be gone at any time. Hey, ungrateful peasant, it's good to see you. So that's why I'm at a point where this is fun for me to do these videos. It's fun for me to show you different things I'm either working on or I've built. It's fun for me to shoot them. Um, you know, I had so much fun building the race gun for the triple shot, doing the triple shot, getting faster. I'm going to keep doing that to get faster. I had so much fun doing the Rossi 92. Although it was touch and go, I got pretty frustrated. Some of you guys seen the video where I tossed it across the yard, but I have fun doing these things. And as long as YouTube is fun for me, I'm going to continue to do it. If it ever gets to the point where I have to worry about, oh, I didn't get as many views on this video or I didn't get as many views on that video, and I started to get that way with this channel. I was trying to hurry up, build this channel back up to what the old channel was. I'd have a video that would do really good, and then some wouldn't do so well, and I'd get discouraged, I'd get frustrated, whatever. And thank you, Random Yank. And it started not being fun. And at one point, I was ready to shut the channel down because if I can ever get big enough where gun companies send me guns, if I can ever get big enough, hey, Washburn, where ammo companies send me ammo, that's great. It'll make the videos better. I'll be able to shoot more or show you things that I don't have. But I am not going to make that a priority. I could honestly care less. I don't care if I got 1,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers. I shouldn't say I don't care. everybody that has a YouTube channel would love to be, have 1 million subscribers. It's just what it is. Hey, Becoming Dangerous. Um, but I'm not going to let that dictate what I do. Or like I lost 2 subscribers today when I released the AK video. That's fine. I'm not going to sweat it. Um, I don't know why people feel the need to tell me that they're unsubscribing. You don't need to do that because honestly, I don't care. This is just a hobby. It's just for fun. And when it doesn't, like I said, when it doesn't become fun, I'll shut it down. Yeah, I come out here because it's quieter and it's easier for me to do these videos. Hey, Salty Deplorable, how are you doing? Yeah, Tom, I don't have a fire going. I just got the porch light on, but like I said, I like being outside. I like doing this. But like I was saying, my biggest pet peeve with all of this stuff, holy crap, clouds must be coming over. Um, you see these channels, and they gun channels or Second Amendment channels, and they're advertising ball trimmers and stuff like that. I'm never going to go that route. I'm not advertising anything that I'm not going to personally use or isn't related to gun content. I'm not against anybody being monetized, anybody making money. Yeah, Tom, thank you. I no the 2 people that unsubbed today. I don't know if they got pissed off because I put out an AK video or whatever, but they felt the need to tell me that they were unsubscribing. They didn't need to do that. I mean, this is a channel where whatever mood I'm in, I'm gonna do. I love the old Western style single action revolvers and lever action guns. The single action pistols, especially the Colts, are my absolute favorite. Double barrel rifles and Cape guns and drillings are my favorite long guns. But I do like AKs. I do like ARs. I do like semi-automatic pistols, 1911s and stuff like that. So I'm trying to, share a little bit of everything with everybody. But getting back to what I was saying is, um, the Plowboy's Ghost, he's monetized. I like how he does his channel. You get a couple videos before the video ever starts. You can skip through them. Then he goes through his whole video without a bunch of advertisements or, let me get, start the video and then you just get into it. And then, before we go any further, I want to mention this person, or this company or whatever that, paid for me to put an advertisement in it. I don't even watch them anymore. There was a couple Second Amendment channels. They'd come out talking about different court cases and that. I'd start to watch them. 5 minutes in, they're getting to the good stuff, and then let me take a minute for our advertiser, and it's some coffee company, some ball trimmer company. Sometimes it's Sonoran Desert Institute. I don't have a problem with that, but do that stuff before the video. Do not blast me with a bunch of stuff in the middle because I will not watch their videos anymore. I'm not going to watch videos where they do that. I'm just not gonna. That's just me. I don't, like I said, you do you. I'm just saying that bothers me. Yeah, I can't shoot here on my property, so it's kind of hard for me to do any kind of like night shooting. The one property I got where I can do some night shooting is actually a subscriber and a guy that I consider a brother, but he's like 2.5 hours up north from me. And right now with gas prices and that, it's just so expensive and so hard to find the time. I mean, I'm working twice as many hours as I used to just pay for the same things that I always paid for, food, electric bill, internet, and all that. And it's just, it is what it is. We're all going through it. But anyway, that's where I was getting on that. Because people asked how come and the whole run of the advertising and paid and all that, and why I'm not trying to make a business out of this, that started because I had some people saying, how come I don't ask people to like and subscribe? If you like what I'm doing, you'll like it. If you like what I'm doing, you'll subscribe. If you don't, I'm not gonna beg people to do it. It's just, I'm not gonna. So, I mean, that's why I don't ask that. Yeah, I just, I mean, I'm not real big into flintlocks and even muzzle loading rifles. I have a couple. It's something that I eventually plan on getting into a little bit, but it's something I haven't done yet. But hey, you have a good one, Wisconsin. Glad you could stop in. But that's later on. I got a couple projects. I got to get the 4570 double rifle finished this winter. I want to get the 416 Taylor reamed out and redone to 416 Rigby. I want to build another race gun. I want to do one in 38 special just because of the fact that 45 Colt is so hard to get. I reload it, but I reload it with black powder. 38 specials everywhere around here. It's still kind of expensive, but I'd like to build a race gun that I can shoot 38 special out of. I don't know about flash suppressors and decibels. I don't know of any that make them quieter, but I mean that's just me. Yeah, I don't have a 6.5 Swedish Mauser. My granddad had a couple of them. I really liked them. I liked shooting them, but I've never had one. It seems to be a pretty good round, especially like for deer and stuff. But that was to answer some of the questions that I got emails on. Any of you guys got questions that you want me to answer? Go ahead and throw them in the comments, and I will try and read them. Thank you, Night Stalker. Something else I want to get into this winter. I've got a fast draw rig built. I want to get into some, not the single action shooting society, but like TV Western style fast draw and fanning guns and that. I want to be able to mimic or copy, you know, all the guys I watched growing up: Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, um, the Rifleman, Wanted Dead or Alive. I grew up watching that stuff. Always loved it. That's my favorite videos to do are the old Western videos. But sometimes I just like to do something else. Yeah, suppressors help with muzzle flash and keep the decibels down, but I think Washburn was asking about flash. Oh no, flash suppressors. Yes, flash. I'm sorry, I thought you said flash hiders, Washburn. Yeah, flash suppressors do cut down on the decibels, but it's not like in the movies or as far as the ones that I've had the opportunity to see or shoot. I don't own one because that $200 permission slip, you know, I don't know. I'd rather spend that on guns than, you know, so I just don't own one. It's not worth it to me. What type of videos are coming out? Maze Mind, upcoming stuff. I did another little short with the drilling because somebody asked me to do a shooting video. I guess they didn't know that I've done some videos on shooting it. They must have seen me, like my short showing it. And then I've got one with the 450 Nitro Express. The same person asked me to do a video shooting that. And when people are like, "Hey man, would you mind doing a video?" Absolutely not. I'll do it. It's just when these people that obviously have never watched the channel come on and say I'm afraid to shoot it, or notice how he didn't shoot it, like I'm afraid to shoot it. I'm just not going to be polite to idiots like that. I mean, somebody that's new to the channel found one video and they seen me showing a gun or something. If you are new to the channel, usually every gun I show, if you go back through the list, there's at least one video of me shooting it. Not always, but most of the time. But if you ask me to shoot a video, if you don't feel like going scrolling all the way down through to find one of the videos where I shot that particular gun, send me an email or put it in the comments of one, whatever video you watched. Hey, I'd like to see this being shot. I have no problem. I like shooting guns. Even if I've shot that gun a million times, I don't have a problem doing a little short video and shooting it again. I like doing it. I think the only one right now I've got videos out that I haven't shot that I can think of off the top of my head is my Ruger Old Army. I think that's the only one I haven't done a shooting video on. And that's coming. I just don't have the money right now to get a cartridge conversion for it. So as soon as I can get one, I will do that. Ghosty, it's dark because I'm sitting out on my back deck because it's just quieter out here, and I like being outside. It won't be too long, and I'll have to do the videos in the house just because it'll be too cold. So I'm trying to enjoy it while I can. Yeah, it gets dark pretty quick here, Tom. Uh, but like I said, I like being outside. It's not that cold out tonight. I think it's like 50 degrees right now. Um, like I said, it won't be long, and I won't be able to do these videos outside. So I figured while I can, I might as well do them outside because, like I said, I enjoy being outside. I work outside every day. I'm a communications lineman. I climb telephone poles every day, and I splice communications lines, repair them, troubleshoot them, work on them. That's what I do every day. So, like I said, I know it's going to be brutal cold out before too long, and I'm not going to want to be outside after working outside all day long. So, while I can, I'll try and do the videos outside and enjoy the weather. Next time, I'll move the table and that over closer to the light so that you guys can actually see me a little better. Riley, no, I'm not being kidnapped. I'm just, like I said, I'm enjoying the weather while it's still somewhat warm because it's going to get cold here. No, I'm not doing what's that guy's name? It popped up in my feed, Paco or something. The guy faked his own kidnapping. It was actually, I got hooked on watching them videos. I mean, he wasn't saying that he was kidnapped, but he was leading everybody to believe he was kidnapped. And then he come out with a video after like 3 or 4 videos saying how he scammed all these people that were talking crap in his comments. And I was like, man, that was a good one. Had me going. Yeah, I mean, I've been smoking for shit since I was 10 years old. I'm 51 now, so yeah, I mean, if I didn't work outside and didn't climb telephone poles and that, I probably wouldn't be very healthy. But actually, my doctor says I'm healthier than most 35-year-old men. So I don't know. Maybe someday I'll quit. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't like making promises. Family landscape. Yeah, next year I'm going to get my old Harley running. I'm going to get at least one of them running. I got 3 of them, but I'm going to get at least one of them running and ride it. I haven't rode in about 3 or 4 years now. Just everything going on. Been busy. Instead of spending money on the bike, I've been spending money on bullets, guns, and putting some food away because who knows what the hell's going to happen with this economy and that. So, no, actually, I haven't tried vaping. I just don't really have the desire to quit smoking right now. I mean, if I ever decide to quit smoking, I'll just quit. I quit for almost a year one time. I just quit cold turkey. When I decide to quit, I'll quit. I mean, it's not a problem. I when I got off dope 25 years ago, going on 26, I just one day decided I was done. That was it. Never touched it again. Same thing with drinking. When I quit drinking. I quit drinking. You know, I didn't drink for years. Occasionally, once in a while now, I'll have a beer or two, but I just, when I set my mind to do something, I just do it. Hey, Jay Wheeler, how you doing, buddy? Man, that's a lot of beef to be canning, Washburn. Yeah, prices at the gun shows have been crazy ever since COVID. That's why I haven't been going to them. Jay Wheeler, actually, I'm doing really good. I cannot complain. I have, hopefully, I'm not going to say what it is. I reached out to a company, and this being a little channel, I wasn't expecting much. And although they say they're sending me something, until I have it, I'm not going to say anything. But hopefully, in the next 30, well, they said 45 to 60 days, hopefully, I'm going to have something really, really cool to do a bunch of videos on. I am so looking forward to this if it happens. Yeah, I go anywhere from a pack of smokes a day to sometimes 3 packs a day. It just depends on my mood. Yeah, Jay, J.W. Wheeler or Jay Wheeler. Um, I don't know why I always call you J.W. but Wheeler, but it's Jay Wheeler. Um, I'm not gonna get my hopes up, dude. I'm a little tiny channel. I really don't expect it to work out. If it does, great. If it don't, it don't. And you got to email me one of these days. I definitely want to have you do a cross draw holster for me. Yeah, that Maverick. I am not a fan. Family landscape. I am not a big fan of synthetic stocks. I mean, ARs have to have synthetic, black plastic. I don't like the looks of an AR with wood, but other than that, I mean, to me, I really like a good looking wood on an AK. I like good looking wood on an SKS. Everything I like wood, and I don't know. Like I said, that's just me. But that Maverick, I put Mossberg wood on it. I put the heat shield on it. I tried to give it the old retro, 1960s, 70s riot gun look because, I'm 51. I was born in the 70s. I grew up in the 70s, in the 80s. I mean, I was a young man in the late 80s, but I grew up watching the old westerns, watching the old cop shows, and I just really like western guns and the old riot shotguns the cops always had and stuff. I grew up watching, Chuck Norris and them guys, and a lot of that reflected on what I like as far as guns. Yes, Washburn Jay Wheeler makes some beautiful holsters. I definitely want a Jay Wheeler holster eventually. I mean, he go check out his channel if you haven't watched it. Go through his community posts. That's where I see most of his holsters. He does some gorgeous work. But no, so all this basically was like I said, it's hard for me to. It takes me an hour to text message 2 sentences or type 2 sentences in the comments. I'm not real good with technology. Thank God for Tuco. Thank God for Ethan from 11 Bang Bang and Arizona Ghost Riders has tried to help me a little bit with the figuring out all this editing and technology and that. And I just am really shitty at it, but I am getting better. Um, speaking of Arizona Ghost Riders, hey Santi, how you doing? I was just saying how some of you guys have helped me. I was actually interested in the green screen thing, and Santi tried to help me, and I still haven't figured it out. I haven't given up, but I've been very fortunate. When I was growing up, we didn't have computers, we didn't have video games, we didn't have any. I mean, we had a rotary telephone where you spun the rotor. Some of you guys know what that is, some of you might not, but I mean, we had one of them until I was a teenager. So this whole technology thing is really hard for me. I've gotten, like I said, thankfully I've had some help from some of the guys, Tuco and Ethan and Santi, and I have gotten a little better at editing. So as time goes on, I'll get better, I'm sure. Arizona Ghost Riders, I really like that, or Santi, I really like that last video you put out. That was a good video, and I am doing really good. Right now with hunting season in, some of the private properties where I hunt, where I do my spin cocking of the Winchester 92, where I do my triple shots, and that, I can't really, I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to mess up people's hunting. So luckily, by as soon as mid-November hits, when gun season is over, most of the people that hunt them areas around me won't be hunting them, and I really want to get back into doing more of the old Western gun videos because them are my favorite. I mean, I really enjoy doing the old Western content. And then, but like I said, sometimes I like to throw some modern stuff in or throw some kind of exotic Cape guns, drillings, elephant guns in and that. But primarily, my passion is the old Western guns and trying to mimic, the guys I used to watch in the old Western movies. I mean, I don't know about all you, but when I was growing up, I wanted to be Clint Eastwood. I wanted to be the man with no name. Yeah, Santi is the editing man. He's got the T Rex in there. He's got the Ghost in there. Ghost Bill's his name. I mean, Santi is really good with the editing. Maybe someday I can get halfway as good as Santi. Probably not, but it's a goal. But there's a couple guys that are really good at editing. That, like I said, I reach out to now and then, and that's Santi, and Ethan's really good at editing, and Tuco is really good at editing, and you know I reach out to them guys, and them guys are really cool, and that's the cool thing about this whole YouTube experience, and that's why I'm just trying to keep it fun. I don't really care, about. I mean, like I said, everybody wants a big channel. Everybody wants a million subscribers. If my channel never grows any further than what it is, I am absolutely fine with that because of the friendships that I've made with subscribers, the friendships that I've made with other YouTube creators. That's worth more than any amount of money to me. I mean, there's just some really good people out there. I mean, Jay Wheeler, when I was trying to learn how to spin cock, I didn't ask him or nothing. He did a video trying to help me out. And I mean, that's the cool thing about the creators in YouTube. They're just really good people. I mean, I'm sure they're not all, but the ones that I choose to associate myself, the ones that I choose to talk to, they're just the type of people you want to meet out on the street and have a conversation with. They're just good people. Yeah, I mean, I've met Rod's Vintage Guns and talked to him occasionally. I mean, like I said, I've made some really cool friends, and the cool thing is I've made friends that with different channels. I mean, with old Western channels, old shotguns, old rifles, more modern stuff, Ungrateful Peasant. I mean, if I have a question about, or even Becoming Dangerous, if I have a question about a more modern rifle, I have people I can reach out to. If I have a question about an old Colt, I can reach out to 11 Bang Bang or Plowboy or Snapper. If there's something I want to know about history or something like that, I can reach out to Arizona Ghost Riders. If I want to learn some trick shooting, I can reach out to Tuco. I've made so many good friends in YouTube that I love it. To me, this is why I do it, because of the subscribers. I mean, I'm looking through the comments. You know, the kind comments that I get. I mean, you get some jerks that leave bad comments. That's the nature of the beast. You're going to have that. But for the 99% of the comments that are left, you guys leave good comments. When I'm struggling with something like spin cock and rifle, everybody was encouraging me, you know. Um, when I do videos, you know, I get so many kind comments. I get so many other creators that comment. Um, Another one, I never met a gun I didn't like. He comments on my videos. So I've made some really cool friends and acquaintances on YouTube, and for me, that's why I'm doing it. It's just fun. I really really enjoy it, and as long as I enjoy it, I'm going to keep doing it. I hope that it always stays fun like it is. I hope that I it doesn't change, because that would really suck. I think 25 is probably about the most I've had at one time on this channel. But yeah, so the 416 Rigby video is definitely coming up this winter. I don't know when. The 450 or 4570 double rifle is probably coming up sometime this winter. I don't know when. Them guns are, it's a long process building them, because everything has to be handmade and hand fitted. Um, as soon as I can, I want to do the conversion cylinder for the Ruger Old Army. Um, I want to get that. That's a video I'm really looking forward to. I love that Ruger Old Army. And then, like I said, I want to get into some fast draw. I want to get into some fanning, just all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what, you know, for sure what's going to come out. Sometimes I just, out of the blue, I decide to do a video. So, you know, but them are the ones that are definitely coming up. Um, like I said, I have one company that I've been talking to that said they're sending me something. That's probably the video I'm most excited about. But being a small channel, if they back out or change their mind, I don't want to get into what it is yet. So, but if that happens, that is going to be there'll be a series of videos on it, and it will be a very very fun video series. But you guys got any other questions? I'm, if not, I'm probably going to call it a night. I got to get up at 4 in the morning, go to work, so I'll go in and hang out with the wife for a little bit before I got to go to work. I don't know if you're talking to me, Rose. I am 51. Thank you, Jay Wheeler. Um, but like I said, you know, hopefully this all hopefully the plans that I have this winter, I want to definitely take some time practicing. I want to get better at editing. I've got a better camera now. It's not a great camera, but a better camera. Um, Thank you, Random Yank. Rose, I'm glad you're here. Um, I just decided to do a live to answer questions tonight. This wasn't really any main topic. Um, I should have moved everything closer to the light. I'm sitting outside and enjoying the weather before it's gone. So that's why it's so dark. Oh, you're from the Horn of Kenya? Well, cool. I think that's the first East African person that watched. And is Waco in here? I didn't see him. Waco's my buddy too. But hopefully you enjoy it. I try and do all kinds of gun videos, but I do a lot of Western, old Western type guns because that's just, them are my favorites. How many kids do I have? I have four kids, six grandkids, and we had at least four kids throughout my kids' lives that pretty much lived with us. Uh, whoever, I can't pronounce the name, but whoever did the Free Palestine thing or whatever, I don't do politics on this channel, so please don't do politics, or I'll just block you from commenting. Nothing personal, but this isn't a political channel. This is just a gun channel and having fun. Well, let me know, Jay Wheeler, the last live you did, you were out fishing, frogging, or something, and I enjoyed that video, so I will be looking for it. I will definitely let you know, Tom. Hopefully, in the next week or so, I'll get on it. Thank you, Kent. Yeah, sometimes I even do modern videos like AKs and that. I cannot pronounce that name, but thank you, LOIJ Hunter Moon. Hello, how are you doing? I will do that. Becoming Dangerous. I just don't have. I can't do it right now. Hey, there's Garrett. Yeah, like I said, this was just kind of a. I wanted to answer some emails and that. And like I said, I'm not the best with all the typing and all that stuff, so I decided just to do a live with it. One of these days, I'm going to do another live. I am going to have, uh, hopefully, I'll have Garrett and maybe Ethan from 11 Bang Bang on. Um, like to eventually have Becoming Dangerous on. I have had the Ungrateful Peasant on before, and he's always welcome. Um, Jay Wheeler, I want to have on sometime. The channels that I've made friends with, we'll have Rod on sometime when and do some shotgun talking. He knows way more about them old shotguns than I do, the old Damascus ones and that. Um, for me to lives most of the time, if I'm doing live, it's just to answer questions. But I'd like to get other people on because, like I said, I don't know the history of firearms or nothing. I just know what I like and I like to shoot them. And a lot of times, you guys will ask me about information about guns, and usually I got to direct you somewhere else because I just don't. I never took the time to learn the history or not. Well, for one thing, I never read real good. Still don't read the best, so I never spent a whole lot of time um, learning the history in that. I just watched the movies and thought that gun was cool. Decided I wanted one, and I mean that's how I pretty much have bought guns all my life. I seen something I thought looked really cool, or I seen somebody do something really cool with a gun, and then I'm like, I seen Tuco do the triple shot. I wanted to do it, so I built a race gun. I seen guys spin cock lever action rifles. Decide I wanted to do it, so I bought one. You know, this that's kind of how I do things. Just whatever interests me at the time. You know, back a couple years ago, I seen a couple guys build 1911s on 80% frames and decided I wanted to do it, so I built one. You know, just always wanted a double barrel rifle, never could afford one, so I built one, and then another one, and then another one, and now I'm working on one more. You know, I just that's kind of how I do things. Hello, Jessica Adams. Thank you, Rod. But so, like I said, with my content, that's usually what it is. Is it's just something that hits me, and I just decide I want to do it or do a video on it. So it looks like all the questions are done. I want to thank everybody that watched and thank you all for commenting. And I figured I would just, like I said, use this to answer some questions. I agree, becoming dangerous. Building stuff sometimes is as much or more fun than actually shooting. Sometimes, like my first double barrel rifle, the 416 Taylor, that I'm gonna make 416 Rigby. I had more fun building that because it was my first time, and it was a to me a huge accomplishment. That when I actually shot it, it was almost a letdown because even though shooting is fun, the challenge of doing it and having to figure things out and that, and the accomplishment of actually doing it, the shooting just couldn't live up to the I guess the all the effort that went into building it. But I still do love to shoot it. And when I get it rechambered to 416 Rigby, hopefully here in the next month or so, there will be a shooting video on that. Because when I did that in 416 Taylor, I did it because I could not find 416 Rigby brass um, or dies. 416 Taylor dies were actually pretty cheap back then, and 416 Taylor is just a 458 Winchester mag neck down to 416, and I could find 458 Winchester mag once fired brass. I mean, stupid cheap. But then I ran across 3 boxes of 416 Rigby ammo, dirt cheap, and a set of dies. And I was like, well, I always wanted that to be a 416 Rigby to begin with because that's a older, more traditional elephant cartridge. So that's why I'm going to rechamber it to 416. Yeah, there's a lot of work into building a bolt action elephant gun too, and I've I like them, but they're just not. They don't. I don't know. There's almost something magical about a good double rifle or even a good cape gun. And I own 2 cape guns that I bought, but I think a project that I would like to try is find a double barrel shotgun where one of the barrels has got a bulge or something in it, and just doing one rifle barrel, building my own cape gun where it's one barrel shotgun and one barrel's rifle. Thank you, Mala. I cannot spell for crap, so looks like Malagavino 684. I am doing good. Thank you. Yeah, I think that would be a fun one to do too, becoming dangerous, just because I've never built a cape gun. I bought them. I want to build a drilling, but I mean, them things are like, I don't know how them guys, all them drillings were handmade, and I don't know how they did it. I mean, I've had mine apart a couple of times, and that's, there's so much little small, intricate stuff in there and parts. It's all, sometimes they're like looking like, some of them are like looking into a Swiss watch or something, and it's just, at least right now, it's beyond my capabilities to build a drilling. Well, thank you, Mela Gavino. I really, really appreciate that. But so, like I said, that's kind of where we're at. So throughout the winter, I'll do some updates on the 2 double barrel rifles as I get going on them. Um, at some point, I want to do a Ruger Old Army with the cartridge conversion cylinder video. I want to do some fast draw, old Western fast draw and fanning stuff. Um, and there'll be lots of other stuff. A lot of times when you guys see these videos, that's something that popped in my head, and I may have went out the same day that popped in my head and shot a video, or a couple days later. A lot of my videos they're not planned things. They're just stuff that I just, it hit me and I was like, hey, I'm going to do a video on that. So, all right, I hope everybody has a good night, and I am going to get off of here, go in, spend a little bit of time with my wife before I got to get up and go to work in the morning. Actually, I'm a Winchester guy. I like Marlins, but I prefer Winchesters. And I actually prefer, even though I've never had one, I've shot a couple. I really like the 1873 Winchesters, but the 92 is my favorite, and the Model 94s. I have had a couple Marlin 336s, loved them, but I just prefer the Winchester. It's more traditional, historical type guns. But yes, I do like Marlins. There's not many guns I don't like. Um, I, I mean, there's a channel called "I Never Met a Gun I Didn't Like." If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But if he didn't have that name, I'd have stole that name in a minute. That's the perfect name. I like everything. I mean, if you watched a lot of my videos, I have videos on modern guns. I have videos on old guns. I even have videos on fit specials. And there's not very many videos on fit specials. I built two of them, a Colt and a Smith & Wesson clone. So high points are reliable. They're cheap, but they're very reliable. I know people that have high points. My problem with high point is they're bigger than they need to be. To me, they're not very attractive looking guns. They're heavier than they need to be. I have a couple buddies that have high points, and I like to give them a hard time about them. But I mean, if a single mom or somebody that was just getting into guns didn't have much money, a high point's better than nothing. It's going to be reliable. I know three guys that own high points, and none of them have ever had a problem with reliability. I just think they're big, ugly, and heavy. Yeah, Smith and Wessons are good guns. Absolutely, I've got a couple. Just like my ex-wife. That's funny. I'm not going to talk about my ex-wife. Sometimes my oldest daughter watches this channel, so I'm going to leave that one alone. My current wife is a blessing. How she's put up with me for 24 years, I have no clue. But I hope everybody has a great night. Anytime you guys have questions, email me. If it's something that doesn't take a whole lot of detail or explaining, I'll email you back. If it's something that's just too hard for me to explain, typing it out, then I'll do it in the live. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope everybody has a great night. I hope you all have a great week next week at work. And I'll probably be putting out, well, I've got a couple little shorts I'm going to throw out this week. And then hopefully next weekend, next Friday or Saturday, I'm going to do my Halloween special video. And that one, I didn't do it last year. I did it the year before on the old channel, but it was just a short. This year, I want to do a live Halloween special with a special guest. Some of you know who that special guest is, like Garrett. Um, some of you don't, I guess it'll be a surprise. But next Friday or next Saturday, I will do my Halloween video. Hope everybody has a great week or a great night. Have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Thank you, everybody, for the kind words and for coming and listening to an old man ramble on. Have a good day.